We would like to thank all of our media once again for joining us for our press conference. Once again, if you do have any questions for Coach, we ask that you please utilize the raise your hand feature to get in the queue to ask Coach a question. With that being said, we'll open it up shortly for questions. But first off, Coach, if you would please start us out with an opening statement about the game.
Yeah. Obviously, it's an emotional ending to a magical ride. Stanford is a great team, well coached, like I've been saying, and they were able to be comfortable all game. They got what they wanted on offense. They made it difficult for us on defense, and we just missed shots that I feel like we should be making, and we just couldn't get the ball to go in the hole and couldn't get the stops we needed. But our kids fought all the way to the end, and I'm proud of them.
Thank you so much for those comments, Coach. We'll now open up the floor for questions for our media. The first question comes from Jeffrey.
Hey, Coach, it's Jeffrey Newland from Nuts and Bolts Sports. It looked like there were some powerful emotions there at the end of the game. What was the message to your players in that last substitution in the last minute?
There's a lot of emotion because we talk about it all the time, that we're a family, and we're not just a coaching staff or a head coach that says that I have a family atmosphere, or players that say they want that. We actually live that, and I truly love them like they're my family, and that's how they feel about each other. That's how they feel about us. And so when I subbed out those seniors, and I think Jazz was in that one too, it was just an emotional moment because I wanted to win this game for them. I wanted them to be able to, experience the Elite Eight, and just experience this ride a little bit longer because we just have so much fun together. We truly care about each other, and everybody on this team in this program just wants the best for the next person, and very unselfish people. So that's where that emotion came from. There was a lot of tears. I know maybe, the outside looking in, people didn't think that we could beat Stanford, but we thought we could. And so for us, it was an emotional ending, not taking anything away from Stanford. I think they deserve to be the overall #1 seed, and they're a great team, like I said in the beginning.
Next question comes from Wyatt.
Coach, you've talked about this journey you guys have been on for these last 2 years, and just coming to an end today. I know it hurts now, but just the perspective that you have on what you guys have accomplished getting to this point.
I told the players we had an amazing ride, and to do this in a year filled with so much adversity. So many ups and downs, so many quarantines. We didn't play a game for a month at one point. I was out. I threw my back out. I missed a game, and we just had so many things that went on. Some people were, injuries at times that kept us out. We had about 12 games that we played without somebody in our top 6 of rotation. So, it just was a lot, and everybody's going through a lot. Just with the pandemic, social unrest, the systemic racism, everything that's been going on. And so for us to stay focused and have, over 3.5 GPA as a team in the classroom, go beat Maryland and have the non-conference we had and go undefeated in conference, and then make it to the Sweet 16 with all the challenges we faced, some that everybody in the country was facing, some that we were just facing. It just was a great, amazing journey. And so my perspective is that we got to keep our heads up. The emotion you see is because I'm looking in those kids' eyes, and I'm seeing them breaking down because they know that we had more basketball in us. We ran into a wall and we couldn't get through it. So after the tears, we wipe away the tears. I think we're going to look back on this and be really proud of ourselves. At least I know I'm going to be very proud of them.
Next question comes from Gary.
Coach, congratulations on a great season. I guess obviously you all were looking forward to this rematch, I guess, for a couple of years, in a sense. I guess for it to kind of come to an end in the manner that it did with Stanford taking control so quickly, was that a bit of a surprise?
It's a surprise. And when I say it's a surprise, I'm not saying because Stanford doesn't deserve to be the number one overall seed, or that they don't, they have a great system, a well coached, and they dominated the game. It was a little bit of a surprise because we haven't really been in that position. Every game we've been down, we've always come back. There's always been a close game, no matter who we were playing. Some of the best teams in the country over the past couple years, or people, just anybody. So it was a little surprised that we just couldn't get over the hump, and they just kept increasing the lead. I guess you could say that was a little bit of a surprise for some of us, but at the same time, we knew their talent, and we knew if we gave them open shots, which we did, that they would hit them. And we knew that if we didn't finish layups or offensive rebound or even defensive rebound for that matter, that they would take control of the game. So it wasn't a surprise in what they did. That's what they're capable of doing. That's what they've done every game this season. But I thought we could have put up a better fight at times.
Our next question comes from Mark. Okay. Next question comes from Dan.
Yeah, Coach, you kind of touched on the challenges that y'all faced all season long. To go through the quarantines, to still make that run, win the conference championship, and then make this Sweet 16 run, what would you say you're the most proud of?
Our resilience, our ability to persevere. I always say, it's bigger than buckets. It's not just about the wins and losses. It's about us preparing these young people to go and be successful adults when they leave us. And I think that we're doing that. I think some of this adversity that we were able to fight through is just going to help them. Life is full of adversity, especially being a woman. And even if you're a minority woman, in a male-dominated world, there's adversity, and there's going to be adversity in every one of their professions that they go into, and they need to be able to be seen and heard. And so I just feel like some of the obstacles we were able to get through individually and as a team, a lot that people don't even know of or need to know of, is just going to help them when they leave and help them be successful and help them impact the world. Because I think we have some great kids and great high-character kids, powerful women that are going to impact this world. So I'm just happy to see them come into their own. I'm happy to see them continue to be resilient, and I just wish our seniors the best, and I wish, the kids that are coming back, I wish them the best as well, and I know that they're going to do great things here in that maroon.
We'll take another question from Wyatt.
Yeah, Coach, two questions. I mean, you're able to take Bryce out there after a three, and we don't know if she's coming back or anything, but just with the impact she's had on you guys, and how proud you are of her, and just the look of the team going forward. I mean, you got to be excited about what you're bringing back, and just the potential of this program as well.
I'm very proud of Bryce, but she's not the only one I'm proud of. I think Bryce has put this team on her back. She's had so many game winners. She's done a lot to help us continue to prevail, and I'm proud of her. She became a great leader. No fluke why she was Player of the Year. She's a special player. She's a special person, so I'm proud of her, and it was great to be able to take her out on that note. But I'm really proud of Ellie. I think Ellie, she just continues to defy the odds, and people automatically underestimate her when she gets on the court, and her heart is just so big. Her talent is so big, and she just, continues to leave her mark, here as a Lady Bear. And I'm just super proud of the way she came out and performed in this tournament. I mean, what she did was amazing in all three games. So I'm proud of her. I'm proud of Emily, our other senior. I think Emily, when I got here, she just, didn't really have a lot of confidence and didn't really believe in herself too much, and was an average student. Now she's getting 4.0s. Now she's impacting the game on both sides of the floor. So I'm just proud of her. I'm proud of our other kids that are coming back. Abby Hipp is coming back. Abby J is coming back. Bree Ellis, our other senior, she's not coming back, but she came here as a walk-on, earned a scholarship, and she's impacted our team just as much. So I'm proud of every single person in that locker room, from coaches to players to support staff, trainers, everybody.
Next question goes to Mark.
Hey, Coach. Mark Spillane with KY3. In the fourth quarter there, Ellie made, I think, 4 3-pointers. Bryce knocked one down. What does it say about not just those two, but the whole group that, even in that scenario, they're still out there fighting to the very end?
We don't give up. We just don't give up. This group is resilient. We have come back down 20 at Oklahoma last year, come back and won the game, down 16 to Maryland, who's probably going to be in the championship game, or it could be. They're one of the best teams in the country, ended up winning that game this year. Down 17 at Illinois State on our road, who's a team that was in postseason and WNIT this year, came back and won that game. When we're down, we don't give up. And those are just a few games that I'm pointing out, but our resilience is just what drives us, and being mentally tough. So Ellie and Bryce stepping up in the fourth quarter was just, we're going to play till the last horn goes off, and we're going to try our best no matter what the score is, no matter who's in the game for the other team, no matter who's in the game for us. That's just who we are, and that's the culture we built.
Coach, congratulations on an outstanding season, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Next, we'll be joined by our student athlete. Once again, if you do have questions, please utilize the raise your hand feature to get in a queue to ask questions for our student athlete. With that being said, before we get started, Ellie, thank you so much for taking some time to join us. If you would, please start us out with an opening statement about the game.
Thanks for having me. Obviously, sorry. I'm very emotional right now because we didn't play our best basketball. But like Coach Mox was saying, we fought to the very end. And I wish I had more time with my teammates, this coaching staff, being in this uniform. It sucks, but Stanford is an incredible team, and just reflecting on this season and what we did, it's just incredible. So we have nothing to hang our heads about. The loss is tough because basketball is done for us this season, but again, we have so much to be proud of, and I just love this team. And again, I wish I had more time.
Ellie, thank you so much for those opening comments. We'll now open up the floor for questions. Our first question goes to Wyatt.
Ellie, congrats on a great season. Just the end of the journey that Coach Mox always talks about. And I know it's difficult now, but just looking back, and it comes to an end now, but I'm sure there's just going to be so much that brings a smile to your face. And just kind of what are you proud of for what you guys accomplished this season and a tough season?
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot to smile about. So many special moments with these girls. We're special. We love each other on the court, off the court. We just gravitate toward each other, love being around each other on a daily basis. And kind of like what Coach Mox was saying, I think the cool part of all of this is just seeing each other grow, not only on the basketball court, but just the relationships that I have developed, changing coaching staffs. I talked a bit about this my last interview, but I can't say enough about this coaching staff and what they have done to elevate our talents, but to just make us better overall people, and just building high character people. And my teammates, God, I love each and every one of them. And I truly have a unique relationship with each one of those girls. And it's just, I'm grateful to be a Lady Bear, and I will cherish these memories that I've made with them forever.
Currently taking questions for our student athlete. Once again, if you do have questions, please utilize the raise your hand feature to get in queue to ask questions. Ellie, you talked about the growth of this team. How bright is the future for this team?
I think the future is very bright. There are girls leaving. There are also girls staying. And We've learned a lot, and I think some of the younger classmen are going to step up next year in the years they have to come. They should have took advantage of this opportunity, and I know they did. But the future at Missouri State University is very bright, not only in basketball, but Coach Mox talked a little bit about this too. But we're just great people, and it goes beyond basketball, but we have more to do in the outside world, and I think that's really special. Just bigger than basketball, and I think that's important.
Next question comes from Dan.
Ellie, Dan Lindblad with Colorton. When you look back at both this run and also the run you had a couple years ago into the Sweet 16, what do you think is going to be some of the moments that stick out in your mind and kind of when you look back on it, you'll always smile about?
Just the relationships I have with my teammates. And yeah, I have memories of, plays that happened in a game or, winning a game, but really most of the memories that I cherish the most, happen outside of basketball, or, they're just tiny moments that happen that, just mean a lot to me. And like I said, we're a tight-knit group outside of basketball as well. So yeah, we may not be practicing or playing games anymore, but we're still gonna be with each other all the time. And just, again, being with my best friends, truly, just any moment I get with them is special to me.
Next question comes from Wyatt.
Ellie, just listening to your what you're saying, it doesn't sound like you're coming back next year just from how you're talking. I don't know if you can confirm that, and just what everything's meant to you, just wearing that Lady Bears uniform. And you've already talked how emotional it is just to not wear it again.
Yeah, that was probably my last game as a Lady Bear. It's hard to let that sink in. But like I said, these last 4 years of my life have truly meant the most to me. I've gone through a lot of adversity, lots of ups and downs. But again, credit to the coaches that have been in my life, all of my teammates. It's truly been the best thing being a Lady Bear for me. I've grown so much as a basketball player, but as a person, and just knowing that was my last game, it's tough, but I am really looking forward to the future, and I think people should be excited for the future of Lady Bear basketball. There's so much to be excited for about just the culture we have, the tradition, and what we have right now. But I don't know. That was the first time I've ever came out with that statement, but there's no need to hide it anymore.
We have time for two more questions. The next question comes from Wyatt.
Yeah, just listening to you talk. I mean, there's emotion. You're emotional at times, and then you sound excited at times. I just don't know what the feeling is running through you, because it sounds like you loved it so much, but you're so sad that it's over. Just how can you kind of describe what you, and I'm sure some of your teammates, are going through right now?
Yeah, I'm apologizing for all of the tears. It's just very emotional right now for me as well as my teammates. I'm sad it's over, but I'm so happy it all happened. As a little girl, I always dreamed of, playing Division I basketball and, getting the opportunity to play in an NCAA tournament. But for me to be able to say, that I was on 2 Sweet 16 teams, that's pretty unbelievable for a small town Iowa girl. And again, these past 4 years have meant the world to me. The amount of people that have came into my life and who will be in my life for the rest of my life. I couldn't have asked for better teammates, staff, support. Shout out to all the Lady Bear fans who traveled to watch us play and our families. The love and support has been endless throughout. And it's really, really special what Springfield has right now and moving forward. And I couldn't be grateful for what Missouri State University has done for me.
Last question goes to Dan.
Ellie, you kind of mentioned all the successes and all the runs that you've been on. You're also going to go down as one of the most prolific three-point shooters this school has ever seen. If you would have told that to Ellie 4 years ago when she was signing the papers in Pocahontas, what do you think she would have said about that?
I mean, I don't know if I really would have been surprised or shocked. I mean, I can shoot the heck out of the ball. I mean, I can. I work really hard. I put a lot of time into my craft, and shooting the ball is what I do. And for me personally, this year, I felt like I, went outside of my comfort zone and had mid-range. I was attacking the rim more and just doing stuff beyond being a three-point shooter. And again, that's a testament to this coaching staff, how they're so good at developing, individuals. And a lot of that goes out to Coach Torrey. The amount of time I've spent with Coach Torrey just working on different things to elevate my game. But going down in history at this university, is special because Lady Bear basketball has been and is pretty good. So I'm proud. It's pretty cool.
Ellie, congratulations on an outstanding season, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ellie.
Thank you. Go Bears.